Hey there guys, it's Lee here. Welcome to iMineBlocks. I've got a brand new video for you today. So in today's video, it's something completely different. I'm going to be talking about a game called Gods Unchained. So I recently discovered this game. I was aware about it for a while, but I only started playing it myself just yesterday. So this is a different type of content. I don't normally do game-based content, but the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because it has a big influence or a big connection to Ethereum. Lots of the assets that are based on this game, which are called like NFTs, so non-fungible tokens, basically you're collecting cards, are built onto the Ethereum blockchain and can be traded on the Ethereum blockchain. So that's why I'm sharing this video with you. So there's kind of two main parts to this video as we go forward. I'll show you the kind of the trading side of it as it currently sort of stands, trading and collecting those game cards on the Ethereum blockchain. And then as the video progresses, I'll show you a game of me playing the game. It might be a little bit long, the video. The games do take quite a lot while, but I'll explain the basic mechanics of the game and how to get started in case you guys are interested in it. So I appreciate this is not my normal type of content. If it's not for you, I completely understand. Then just skip and wait for my next video, which will be more crypto and mining focused. But like I say, this does have a good connection, and I think you guys should find it interesting. Okay, so a couple of the primary reasons why I'm sharing this game with you. So recently, Immutable, that's the creators of the game itself, they've recently raised $15 million for Gods Unchained, the game. But here's a couple of highlights that I sort of noticed. They've recently become one of the most popular blockchain games in the world. They've overtaken quite a few of the other popular blockchain games. They auctioned a Hyperion, which is a trading card, for $62,000, or the equivalent of. They sold that obviously for Ethereum, and lots of other kind of highlights as they go through. So this looks like it's going to be like quite a big game. It's already quite a big game now, but I think it's going to be quite a big game in the future, particularly with these NFT collectibles all built upon Ethereum. So that's the main reason why I'm sharing it with you. So to get started, what you need to do is visit godsunchained.com or use my link in the video description. The link in the video description has a special code that you need to use, so I'll explain how you use that code in just a second. The next thing that you want to do is click on the link and download the game. Once that is downloaded, you can then go in through the login process. So it's kind of like a two-part process. You sign in with your account, you will need a email address and password, and then you also need to link it to, I would recommend linking it to your MetaMask wallet. So make sure you've already got MetaMask installed and that's ready to go. And then from that point, you can kind of continue onwards. You can see at the bottom here, I've got it connected not only with my email address, but specifically with my MetaMask wallet and my Ethereum address. So if I just close that browser down, you can see the game itself. I already started the game where it's already been installed and it's up and running. Once you open up the game, like I say, you need to log in with your email and password, and this is also connected to your Ethereum address as well. So there's kind of two parts to it. There's kind of like the browser side, which is really more for trading, and then this is the game side itself, obviously an executable that you run on your desktop. So let me just close that back down. We'll go back to the browser just for a second. So one of the first things I wanted to show you or explain is that it's a game collectible or trading card game. It's my first experience with this kind of game. I only started with it just yesterday. So if you go to our inventory up in the top left, so what it does is it kind of links our Ethereum address to our current assets or the cards that we sort of own. So I've purchased two kind of rare packs. They're kind of like the cheapest packs that you can currently buy, and it shows you a couple of the cards that I own. So this is kind of my rarest card. It's a Bone Pack Hunter, and I think it's like 1 of 500 and something. So it's not especially rare, but that's that. And then there's lots of other sort of card and collectibles that you can get. Obviously, as you play the game more, you collect more. Like I say, there is two sides of it. There's the kind of the trading side and the game side. I'll come onto the game side in just a moment. So if you click on this get cards, I'll just show you. At the moment, they've got like an offer on. I think it's running for the next 9 days. So there's like these Genesis card packs. So what you do is just collect one, like the rare pack I've already purchased. We want just one. And then you can see the price there. So it's 0.12 Ethereum, which is about $2, something like that. Let me just go through this purchasing process with you just quickly, just so you can understand how it works and how you get your collectibles. And then we'll move on to the game side of things. So we can choose Epic, Legendary, and it tells you what you kind of get in there. And obviously the price is representative of the rarity of the items. So I'm just going to stick with the cheap ones because I don't have an awful lot of Ethereum. So we select one rare and we just want one pack. So in each pack you get 5 different cards, and of one of these, one will be a rare one. So if we go to purchase, you can see the MetaMask notification has popped up now. I just want to edit the gas fee. So I want it nice and cheap. It will take a little bit longer, but it will be cheap. So I'll just change it to like a 3 cent gas fee. And so it's going to cost us $2.10 for this pack. So that's about the cheapest pack that you can purchase. And we click on confirm. I've done obviously a slow transaction, so hopefully it won't take too long. And then what we should see at the bottom, wherever we've got this logged in as and our Ethereum address, it should change and you should start seeing like a status. I think there's 5 points of this status. So we'll let that run just for a minute or two. Okay, yeah, so you can see the first part has gone through now. So it's gone sending purchase, confirming purchase, sending the callback and confirming the callback. What I can show you as well is if we have a look at our address on the Ethereum blockchain, if I just refresh this, you can see here, so this is the transaction hash, so it's the one that we've just sent out. It went out 54 seconds ago from us to this package, and that's the so the Ethereum transaction there. Obviously it's all recorded on the blockchain. Now if we go back, it's still just processing, so it shouldn't take too much longer. Okay, so that's all gone through. So now we can claim our pack. So you can either click on the open now, or you can go up to the temple. The temple is where your packs are stored. So if I just go to that temple. And then we drag our pack over to the center. Okay, and inside we can see our cards, so we can basically just turn them over and see what we've got. Okay, Wasteful Shacks doesn't look particularly interesting. The colours on the sides, I'll explain all the colours and all the different details as we get into the game. Okay, so they're just kind of uncommon, or common ones should I say. Well, these look quite cool. Mercenary Demon, but that's not a rare one either. So this one should be our rare one, I guess. Okay, that looks pretty cool. Oh, so this is actually quite rare. So a Crystal Axe does a roar and unlocks mana. So it's a 5 mana card, and it's got 3 strength and 4 health or life. And it's one of only 124. It's kind of got this gold edging as well. So I think that actually looks like quite a good card. So I don't know how rare it is exactly, but in principle it looks quite a good card. So that's the process of purchasing and going through the whole sort of process. So that looks really quite cool. And like I say, if you go back to our inventory now, you can see your various cards, and you can sort of look through, see what rare ones you've got, uncommon, all that sort of stuff. Okay, so that's the process of purchasing cards. Now let's jump into the game. So I'm just going to minimize the browser, and we can, if you already downloaded the game, you should be all ready to run up with that. I've already got it started. So now we're going to take a look at the game. So it's kind of got a similar interface to the browser, but here's where you kind of start and actually play your games. Okay, so let's take a look at the basics of starting a game. So we've got our level. The more games you play, basically the more you level up, like a normal leveling system. On this left-hand side, you kind of got like an AI. You can play against the computer, just like practice demos, games. And then you've got these are more like ranked games. I've only played the constructed and the ranked constructed. Honestly, I'm not exactly sure the major differences between them, but I've just been playing this ranked constructed. The only thing is you kind of get put into games. Sometimes you get put into a game with another person with another low level, such as yourself. Like the player matching is a bit off. And other times I've been matched with like really high level players. So yeah, just be aware of that. So to get a game started, we have there's kind of a couple of aspects to it. So this part here is where you start with your card deck, or you're playing with your card deck. I've mostly been playing with this light starter deck here. So you choose one of these that you want to play with, and you can just start. These are all starter decks, so basically it's like a pre-built deck for you. As you progress through the game, you might want to create a deck. I've not done that, where you can pick your characters and then you build your own custom deck to play games as you advance through. But at the moment, I've just been playing with just the starter deck, so it's like a built deck for you, okay? So I've been playing with this light character, and then there is also this part here, which is this temple part. So effectively, you can kind of like choose the map or choose the game arena that you're going to be playing on. I've only got this one temple that's currently unlocked. So I don't think that's really, it's really about the animations and the look of the game. I don't think that really makes any difference in terms of the gameplay itself. So we've picked up our character, and then we've picked the map, and then we're going to go on to start. Most of the games have been started fairly quickly, probably within under a minute. Okay, so here we have our god power. So you have your god. Basically, your objective is to keep your god alive, and you kill their god. So I'm going to choose this heal. So that's kind of like a special ability to use. Uses 2 mana there. So I'm going to confirm that. You've got other options as well. And then this part here, we can, our initial sort of deck of cards, you can swap out if you want to get rid of one of these and swap it for something else. I'm quite happy with those at the moment, so I'll just go to confirm as well. Otherwise you would just select it and remove it. So I'll confirm I'm happy with those.
With justice is my shield.
Okay, so it's our go first. So you can see this little notch is kind of facing towards us, so that means it's our go. We've got a timer on this left hand side here. This is our mana, so each of these cards have a certain number of mana, so you can see this requires 6, and this one requires 4. This card here is a small bag of tricks, so you get these early on in the game. It's basically to give you like a mana boost to get you started. So at the moment, I've kind of already messed up because I've got all like high cards. I basically can't draw any of these cards. We don't have enough mana for them. So what I can do at this point is just basically pass the go forward to the other person. The other person is basically going to take their turn. You can see we're playing against Fiscantes, and they're a level 3. They're playing a different character to us.
Honor guides me.
So they've built this rampart, so it's a frontline card. What that means is that I have to attack this first before I can attack their god. Again, I kind of can't really do anything. I can't draw anything because these are all 4 and 6s. These are all quite high cards, and I've only got 2. So we're going to have to kind of pass again. Basically, with each turn, you'll get progressively 1 extra mana, but as you get later in the game, the mana fills quickly. Or quicker, should I say. So at the moment, we're kind of just building our mana, and then we can kind of start deploying our characters.
My turn.
So I've got a whole bunch of all high cards. It's making it quite difficult and quite frustrating because literally at this point I can't really do anything. Let's just talk about a few other aspects. So on this left hand side you've got your total kind of deck of cards. So obviously you work through them, and as you play the game they end up in this void. Basically when your cards have been killed, your characters have been killed, they end up in the void. There's certain cards that you can use that can kind of bring them back from the void. Okay, so he just strike and he's kind of hit my god, so it's been knocked down for 2. So now I'm on 28. But now I can start bringing up a couple of my characters. So you can see here I've got this veteran archer. So he can basically fire twice, and we'll use him. So you drag them up, and then you can pick who you want to attack. So we have to attack these frontline ones first. So I will attack this character twice.
That's enough for now.
And then that's the end of our turn, so we click on this little notch. Ooh, taking a bit of a beating there. So they both attacked my god, lost a bit of health. At the moment, it's not really been a great start. It's been a very bad start. I should have swapped out those early cards for lower cards, basically to get yourself started. But it's all learning. Like I say, I've only been playing for a day, so I've had a couple of wins and a lot of losses. Yeah, just to talk a little bit more about the cards as this is continuing on. So all of the cards, you have this mana in the top left hand corner, so that's the cost of drawing the card. You also have the strength on the bottom left hand side, so basically when they do damage to other cards, that's how much damage they will do. And they also have health, which is that number 3 there. Okay, so we've now got 5 mana and we can draw at least one of these cards. So this Radiant Embalmer, it can pull people back from the void, but we don't really have anyone in the void at the moment. So a card that I'm going to use is this Inquisitor's Summons. What he can do, he can draw an acolyte, which is a character for each one of the members that are out there on the opposing team. So I'm going to bring him into play, and then I'm going to get a acolyte for each one of their characters to match the total number of mine. The other good thing is that these are frontline ones, so they have this kind of the fortress, which means that they have to be basically killed off before they can attack my god. You can see the little Z's, that basically means they're kind of resting or they're in a sleep state. So they basically can't attack until the next turn. So I think that God used that whip thing, because I still took a bit of damage there. Okay. Right, it's our move, so hopefully we need to do a bit of damage. Okay, so I might draw this yeah, Holy Enchanter, which gives a extra bit of life to all of my characters. So let's do that first. So you can see they've all got like a little boost there. Then I need to start attacking, so I think I'm going to attack these two, and then I'm going to use this purification filter to take these two in the next turn. So let's try that. Actually, I won't use that one. Let's use this one because oh, can I not attack those? No, I cannot. I've got to attack these. Okay. Oh, running out of time. Let's try and get that one down. And we are out of time.
For now.
So there's quite a lot of depth to the game, and as I said, I've not played a game like this before. So, but it is enjoyable to play once you kind of get the basics of it. I'm still learning those basics, but I've got a much better understanding now than what I did originally. And also, it's like it doesn't necessarily matter on the level of the person, because I played people with like level 50 and sort of managed to beat them. So sometimes it's just like the luck of the cards as well, how they're drawn out. That makes a huge difference.
Time to act.
Okay, so I'm going to bring on this purification filter, and it should get rid of these two. Oh, what? See, this is part of the problem where you don't know exactly what the cards do. I expected that to reduce this to a much lower level, and he should have got rid of as well. I think I misunderstood the. It makes sense to read the cards exactly what they do. I thought that was based on their health, but it's actually based on their strength. So that was kind of a waste of a go, really. Yeah, let's get rid of this fortress thing.
That's enough for now.
Okay, so they brought these on, so they done quite a bit of damage. I think actually because those other cards were on fire, so I think they lose 1 per turn. Yeah, I think one of the reasons why I like this game is because it's I really like strategy games, and although this is a card game, there is obviously a lot of strategy to it as well. So I think that's the for me personally, I think that's why I quite like it. But yeah, we need to do something quite drastic here to get ahead. We are taking quite a bit of a beating.
Honor guides me.
Okay, so I'm going to use the Battle Cleric. And then I'm going to use this one. So this one's got like a protection on it. So if we attack it, it will just get rid of that protection. It won't do any more damage than that.
That's enough for now.
Yeah, this one, it's also like a deadly one. So it has like a counter attack, and it can cause damage to your characters. So we've just got this Acolyte here because of this character. So at the end of the turn you kind of get an Acolyte as well. So it's just learning about what the cards do and how they interact, but basically they've all got like short descriptions and it tells you there exactly what they do. What I could really do with is another Inquisitor to bring up kind of a good number of troops against this lot. So I think what I might do is use this Embalmer to bring the Inquisitor back from the Void, and then bring up the numbers to kind of match their numbers, I think.
Time to act.
So we are going to scroll through. So we're looking through our Void now, which is basically all of our dead cards, dead characters, and we're going to bring back this Inquisitor, so I'll be able to use him in the next turn. And I'm wondering, should we either bring... No, we'll use a bit of health on our god. The other thing to consider as well is, like, as the game progresses you get more and more mana for each turn, so you can use more higher and higher level cards. Also, the game can turn around quite quickly, literally in just a couple of moves. You can be sort of like the underdog and completely turn it around, and other times I've been in massive, well, I feel like quite confident of a win, and all of a sudden within a 2 or 3 turns, it's completely gone pear-shaped. So if you're a massive disadvantage or you're well ahead, just go like turn by turn. Don't worry too much.
Honor guides me.
Okay, so I'm going to play. I need to. Yeah, I still need to get rid of these frontline units. So let's try and get rid of this one because I think this one's a bit stronger. We'll lose him, and then we'll use this acolyte on the other frontline unit. And then if I use the Inquisitor summons, then it should bring acolytes for the other, so I should get 3. And these are also frontline units as well, so they have to be killed off before they can attack my god. And I'll also use a bit of health on the god as well.
That's enough for now.
Okay. So I'm obviously quite mindful of the time. I know we've been playing for quite a bit already. I wasn't too sure when I was originally playing exactly how long the games typically run for, but it's probably between, yeah, about 20 minutes or so for your average game. I don't know if they have like speed tournaments or anything like that. Possibly. Okay, so thinking ahead now, we've currently, our god has currently got 6, actually down to 2. Yeah, and we need to do something serious here, otherwise we are going to be completely done for. And honestly, I'm not really too sure what our options are. There's not seeing an awful lot we can do.
My turn.
Okay, so I don't know, I can maybe bring on this mage, heal for 2, then another 2, that gives us 6, but then they've got like a whole range of killing to do, so I'm not really sure what we can do at this point. Yeah, I think we're kind of prolonging the inevitable. Let's bring on the mage. You're going to heal the god for 2. And then we can bring on another. Yeah. We'll bring on the god for 2, and then we'll use the one of the skeletons. But I think that
For now.
I think that could be us. We might get 1 extra turn maybe. Defeated. Boo. Well, that's it. Okay, so let's show you the closing. Oh, if you see this error, don't worry. It's been happening practically every other game. But at the end of it, you kind of like, you see your score, you get some XP, and you can level up. And we continue on. Oh, not sure what happened there. I don't know what the ranking thing was. So I guess as you put in your ranking, I was kind of progressing, but I'm not too sure what's happening now. Anyway, we'll learn as we continue on. So, on that one as well, sometimes you get as you play the games, each of these games, you can kind of get like another little core pack. But on that one, I didn't earn the extra core pack, so unfortunately can't share that with you. What I can share with you is like the current sort of game inventory. So you can see a couple of the cards that I sort of picked up from the core pack, and also, yeah, so these are all the ones that are kind of in your deck, or the ones that you can kind of pick from. And there's obviously lots and lots to go through. I'm not going to go through that with you, just to kind of give you a quick look of exactly what that looks like. And there's also like a workshop, it's like a crafting, no sorry, I don't know if the workshop is that part. No, the workshop is where you build your decks. The forge is where you can kind of combine cards together to make higher level cards. But I've not experimented with that myself. Okay guys, that's the game aspect of it there. Hopefully you've enjoyed watching me, and if you've got any tips for me, then be sure to leave those in the comments. Okay guys, so that's been me playing Gods Unchained and showing you the basic mechanics of the game and how it works with the Ethereum MetaMask wallet and also those assets. At the moment I'm not too sure exactly on the trading aspects of things, so I'll probably follow that up in the future at some point. If you did like this video, let me know in the comments. If you didn't like it, again, let me know, and I'll obviously try and cater the content a little better for you. But I thought it's something different, something interesting, and hopefully you have enjoyed it. Okay, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video.